Hi guys, this is bbchess channel. Today we'll see a fresh game played 2 days ago on 20th April 2019 on 4th Grenke Chess Open in Germany between Iranian Grandmaster Alireza Firouzja and 14 years old female chess player from Germany Antonia Ziegenfuss. Firouzja white, Ziegenfuss black. Let's have a look. Firouzja starts with e4, c5, knight f3, a6, d4 attacking the center, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, and knight to f6 attacking the pawn, knight to c3 defending, and knight to c6 offering exchange of knights. Firouzja declines and played knight d to b5, with a further plan to move your bishop to f4 and then to c7 and attack the queen. Bishop to c5, bishop to f4, black castles, and bishop to c7 attacking the queen. Queen to e7, bishop to d6 attacking the queen and also the bishop and forcing the exchanges. Bishop captures on d6, now you can recapture this by your knight, but better is queen captures on d6, knight to e8, and queen captures on a7, knight captures on e7 and white castles queenside. f5 attacking the center, and bishop to d3. F takes on e4, knight takes on e4, and d5 attacking the knight. Knight to g5, also attacking the h7 pawn twice, so h6. Knight to f3, and knight to c6. Bishop g6, attacking the knight, and if you would play any random move, let's say b6, then bishop captures on e8, rook captures, and knight to c7, forking both rooks. And after bishop to d7, knight captures on a8, rook captures, and the white would be better. But after bishop g6, black played a6, kicking out the knight. Knight b to d4, offering exchange of knights. Knight takes on d4, rook takes on d4, and knight to d6. Rook to e1, rook to f6, attacking the bishop, so bishop going back to d3, and b5, expansion on the queen side. Rook to e2, rook to a7, knight to e5, rook to c7, placing the rook on an open c-line, and b3. Knight to f5 attacking the rook and also offering exchanges, so bishop captures on f5, rook captures on f5, and a4 attacking the b5 pawn. King f5, a takes on b5, a takes on b5, and g4 attacking the rook. Rook to f6, f4, king to e7, and h4 further expansion. King to d6, king to b2, rook to f8, knight to d3 going to b4, bishop d7 and knight to b4. Bishop c6 and Firouzja played h5. Bishop b7, rook to e1 and king to c5, attacking both the knight and the rook, but of course knight is protected by the rook. And now the best move for white would be just c3, just to defend your rook, your knight, then you can move your rook back and just continue the game. But after king to c5, Firouzja played rook takes on a6, and this is not the best move, as this giving up the whole rook, but probably he thought that if king captures on d5, then the c3 check, and if you move your king back to c5, then knight to d3, and this would be very nice checkmate. But the thing is, after c3 check you can play simply rook captures on c3, and after something like rook to e7 attacking the bishop and also the pawn, bishop to c8, knight to c2 check, you can give up your rook playing rook takes on c2 check. After king captures, black's much better. But I think Firouzja just overlooked the position, and after king captures on d4 he played f5, rook f to f7 and knight to d3, rook f to e7 offering exchange of rooks, and now there's a very tricky move which is knight to f4. If you would capture the rook right now, rook captures on a6, then knight captures on a6 check, forking your king and also the rook, and after king to e5, knight captures on c7, and the position would be equal, and at least you can continue the game. But after knight to f4, Antonia played b4, just ignoring this. f6, attacking the rook and also the pawn, so pawn captures on f6 and rook captures on f6. rook to f7, offering the exchange of rooks again, and now if you would move your rook, then you're gonna lose your knight. So knight to e6 check first, forking king and the rook. But there's a nice move which is king to e5, attacking the knight and also the rook, and now if rook would be captured you can recapture and everything's okay. So white played rook captures on h6, rook to c3, knight to d8, forking bishop and also the rook, and rook to f2. And in this position white resigned. Why did he resign? Looks like you can capture the bishop on b7, and after this you be down the exchange, but at least you can try to continue the game. But if you would capture this, there's a forced checkmate in 3. Rook f captures on c2. Now you can move your king to a1 or b1, whatever you're gonna play. Let's say king to a1, then rook c1 check. Your king can go to a2 or b2, and whatever you're gonna play, let's say king to a2, rook 3 to c2. That's very nice checkmate. Or you're not capturing the bishop and you can try something else. Let's say rook to e6 check, king to d4, king to b1, bishop c8 attacking the rook, so rook to c6 attacking the bishop and also offering the exchange of rooks. But first rook captures pawn on c2, and after rook captures on c3, king captures on c3 and knight to c6, rook to h2, knight to e7 attacking the bishop, bishop takes on g4, knight takes on d5 with check, king takes on b3 and king to c1, rook to c2 check, king to b1, rook to c5 attacking the knight, knight takes on b4, and now you're not capturing the knight. There's a better move which is bishop f5 check. You can move your king to a1 or just block this by your knight. Knight to c2, rook captures on c2, h6, rook to c8, that's a check from bishop, and now you've got just one square for your king, which is a1, and after king to a1, rook c1, this is very nice checkmate. And the game is over. The amazing thing is Antonia's FIDE rating is 1945 and Firouzja's is 2669. The difference is 724 points. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you like the content of this video, please subscribe my channel and feel free to leave some comments below. Bye now.